What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? Welcome to Shay's Tube. It's late night, y'all. Sorry for being so late. I just been very busy. I told you guys the other day that I probably, if I get a chance to come on, it will probably be later when I come back in, because I'll be very busy on the weekend doing the most and everything. But anyway, y'all, welcome to Shay's Tube. Thank you guys for coming in. Thanks to everybody in the bushes. And thanks to everybody who watches this in the replay. Y'all, I'm not going to be on here that long tonight at all. It's going to be a quick live, but, I wanted to keep my promise, so I'm here. All right. Let me go ahead and do this. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe below. I don't know what in the heck is going on with this daggone StreamYard. Let's see. None of my stuff is working. But anyway, subscribe to the channel, guys. If you're not subscribed. Also, thumbs up. Thumbs up this video if you like this content and hit the bell notifications. This thing has got a delay or something, so you can be notified of any upcoming videos, y'all. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard today. I don't know. This is like a little delayed on it. Okay, maybe let me check this again and see if it's catching up now. Okay, so I think it's better now. Okay, so yeah, it's still early here on the East Coast. I mean, on the West Coast, but on the East Coast, it's kind of late. So if people don't come into the chat, but whatever the case is, I do understand that, because it is late, but I am still going to go ahead and do this live. I started to do a pre-recorded one, but I was like, oh, well, I'll just go ahead and do this live if they people will see it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let me go ahead and do the copyright disclaimer act, because I don't have that long, like I said before. Copyright disclaimer, section 107 of the Copyright of 1976 Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research, y'all. All right. So anyway, guys, at least I know you're already gone, but thank you so much for coming by and showing support, hun. So anyway, guys, this live was initially supposed to be about the dude who broke down who ran out of gas on the freeway and became missing, but I'm gonna do that one day next week. Instead, I'm gonna go ahead and do the live regarding TUPAC. Okay, and I know a lot of people have already covered it, but I'm still gonna cover it anyway. Because I remember when all of this happened back in 1996, if I'm not mistaken, when he got killed. And it was like, a really, like sad time when he got killed. I remember it almost like it was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I mean, just the whole thing. It was a hot, it was a trip, So anyway, I think it was on Friday when they arrested someone. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give you the news regarding that, guys, okay? Hold on for 1 second. Let me get the story. And then Monday, I'll give you all this other stuff I have, because I have a lot of stuff to tell you guys about. But I'll tell you guys about that on Monday, okay? Since I am in a rush tonight. All right. So it says here. So I'm going to try to do 2 articles. The one from earlier, and then when they came back yesterday evening to tell you more details. Oh, this is mine right here. Actually, I'm just going to give you just one. All right. I'm just going to give you one article regarding that. Okay. That was actually my TikTok video my short video that I did regarding his arrest and stuff like that, which YouTube did not show. So that's crazy, But anyway, I did do one on the day when I found out. I think that was on Friday, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, it said it's been a long-awaited break in a case that has frustrated investigators and fascinated the public ever since the hip-hop icon was gunned down on the Las Vegas Strip 27 years ago. That's crazy, y'all. One of the last living witnesses to the fatal drive-by shooting of rapper TUPAC Shakur in Las Vegas was charged with murder with use of a deadly weapon Friday in the 1996 killing. A long-awaited breakthrough in the case that has frustrated investigators and fascinated the public ever since the hip-hop icon was gunned down, like I said, 27 years ago. Hold on. A Nevada grand jury indicted Duane Keefe Davis in the killing, prosecutors announced in court on Friday. The charges were revealed hours after Davis, 60, was arrested, according to two officials with first-hand knowledge of the arrest, who requested to be anonymous to discuss the case. Isn't that the same dude who was talking about this case, though, and telling people what was happening? Keefe. Isn't that the same dude? Anyway, Davis has long been known to investigators and has himself admitted in interviews and in his 2019 tell-all memoir, Compton Street Legend, that he was in the Cadillac from which the gunfire erupted during the September 1996 drive-by shooting. Tupac was 25 years old when he was killed. So, yeah, I thought this was the same guy. Do y'all think he really did this? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're watching this in the replay or in the bushes, when this replays, just put in the comments section if you think this guy actually played a role, or if he actually did this, or do you think like they, are just choosing him because they need to choose somebody, to bring closure to this case. Anyway, Las Vegas police raided a home in mid-July, and I remember telling you guys about this, in the Las Vegas suburb of Henderson that is tied to Davis. And that's when they went in there and got some, I think I told you guys, if I can't remember what they got, but I'm pretty sure it's in this right here. Anyway, police were looking for items concerning the murder of Tupac, according to the search warrant. They collected multiple computers, a cell phone and hard drive, a Vibe magazine that featured Tupac, several .40 caliber bullets, two tubs containing photographs, and a copy of Davis' memoir. Okay, it wasn't immediately clear if Davis has an attorney who can comment on his behalf. Davis hasn't responded to multiple phone and text messages from the Associated Press seeking comment or an interview in the more than 2 months since the house raid. Tupac was in a BMW driven by Death Row Records founder Suge Knight in a convoy of about 10 cars. They were waiting at a red light when a white Cadillac pulled up next to them and gunfire erupted. Tupac was shot multiple times and died a week later at the age of 25. Now, this is Tupac in Illinois in 1994 when he was performing at the Regal Theater in Chicago. Okay. Let me show y'all 2222 Tupac. If I can find the daggone mouse thing, let me see. It's way over there. Okay. So, yeah, here you go right there when he was doing that performance back then in 1994 in March. Anyway, the rapper's death came as his fourth solo album, All Eyes on Me, remained on the charts with some 5 million copies sold. And he was also nominated for 6 times. He was nominated 6 times for a Grammy Award. Tupac is still largely considered one of the most influential and versatile rappers of all times. Excuse me, y'all. In his memoir, Davis said he was in the front passenger seat of the Cadillac and had slipped the weapon used in the killing into the backseat from where he said the shots were fired. So Keith is saying that he had slipped the weapon used in the killing into the backseat from where he said the shots were fired. So he's saying basically that somebody else was in the back seat and they are the ones who shot Tupac, not him. Anyway, he implicated his nephew, Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, saying he was one of the 2 people in the back seat. Anderson, a known rival of Tupac, had been involved in a casino brawl with the rapper shortly before the shooting. Okay. And then we know Anderson died 2 years later. He denied any involvement in Tupac's death, though. Davis revealed in his memoir that he first broke his silence in 2010 during a closed-door meeting with federal and local authorities. At the time, he was 46 and facing life in prison on drug charges when he agreed to speak with them about Tupac's killing, as well as the fatal shooting 6 months later of Tupac's rap rival, Biggie Smalls, also known as Notorious B.I.G. They offered to let me go for running a criminal enterprise and numerous alleged murders for the truth about the Tupac and Biggie murders, he wrote. They promised they would shred the indictment and stop the grand jury if I helped them out. I don't even know why he even wrote anything or started talking. Davis has described himself as one of the last living witnesses to the shooting. Tupac was feuding at the time with rap rival Biggie Smalls, who was fatally shot in March 1997. At the time, both rappers were in the middle of an East Coast West Coast rivalry that primarily defined the hip hop scene during the mid 1990s. And y'all, it was a mess too. Greg Kading, a retired Los Angeles police detective who spent years investigating the Tupac killing and wrote a book about it, said he was not surprised by Davis' indictment and arrest. It's so long overdue, Kading told the Associated Press during a recent interview. People have been yearning for him to be arrested for a long time. It's never been unsolved in our minds. It's been unprosecuted. So they think that the dude did do it. Kading said he interviewed Davis in 2008 and 2009 during Los Angeles police investigation of the killings of Tupac in Las Vegas and the slayings of Biggie Smalls. Kading said also that he talked with a Las Vegas police detective about the case, including after the SWAT raid in July at the home in Henderson, which is Keefe's a resident that he was connected to, I guess. The former Los Angeles police detective said he believed the investigation gained new momentum in recent years following Davis' public description of his role in the killing, including his 2019 memoir. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why did he even write that? People tell on themselves. I mean, why can't you just go live your life and shut up? You know what I'm saying? Just be quiet. Don't say anything else. Goodness. And just lay low, move somewhere that nobody know where you're at, and just lay low. It's those events that have given Las Vegas the ammunition and the leverage to move forward. That right there. That's what I'm talking about. You got to learn how to be quiet and stop writing stuff. Kading said. Prior to Keefe D's public declarations, the case were unprosecutable as they stood. So they couldn't even prosecute nobody at the time until he started making that memoir and started talking about it and things like that. Why not just keep your mouth closed? He put himself squarely in the middle of the conspiracy, Kading said of Davis in the Tupac slaying. He had acquired the gun, he had given the gun to the shooter, and he had been present in the car when they hunted down and located both Tupac and Suge Knight. Goodness. Kading noted that Davis is the last living person among the four people who were in the car from which shots were fired at Shakur and Knight. Others were Anderson Davis' nephew, Terrence Bubble Up Brown, and DeAndre Freaky Smith. And I guess all of them got killed. It's a concerted effort of conspirators, Kading said, adding that he believed that because the killing was premeditated, Davis could face a first-degree murder charge at 60. Damn. All the other direct conspirators or participants are all dead, Kading said. Keefe D is the last man standing among the people that conspired to kill Tupac. That is crazy, y'all. That is very crazy. I'm telling you, people would do themselves in because they talk so daggone much. He should have just kept his mouth closed. Don't write anything. Just lay low. You know what I'm saying? Just lay low and chill. But people always want more money. They always want money. And that money ultimately messes them up. Now, let's see what some people say in this comment section. Y'all know I'm not a fan of rap music. Really never have been. But I really like Tupac. The man spoke reasonably about serious society issues. It's so obvious he thought before he spoke. A very smart man who could have brought more of his wisdom to those that could really use the examples he lived by. Rest in peace. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next comment. Okay, somebody said they don't believe the guy did it. So this one person said this is bullshit. They just want to close the case. So instead of charging the shooter 29 years ago, they now charge the uncle of the shooter, which should have been a conspiracy of murder 29 years ago. And that's what I'm saying. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Hopefully that's not the case where they are charging this dude just because they want to close the case. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they're not just, doing that. It's hard to say. Amazing said, I hear you, but I don't feel sorry for Keefe D one bit. Dude should have shut the hell up instead of trying to become a public figure on podcasts and radio station. And I said the same thing. Why are you even talking? Don't say shit. Lay low, be quiet. It was 20 some years ago. You know what I'm saying? Be quiet, and just lay low and live your life. Melanie said, I agree. He shouldn't have been bragging about it. That was stupid. Not to mention keeping all of the memoirs and stuff. That's stupid. Why would you even be keeping all this stuff? Even if you did keep it, why are you publishing stuff? Why are you talking about it? Like I said, I would have been so long far gone. I would have moved to a whole entire different country, honestly, and stop using that Keith D and all that stuff. I just would have been a whole different person. You're 60 years old. Shit, it's too old. Please. Libby said, he said, did he pay him $1 million to do it? Will anything become of that? He got off on Epstein's Island, so he's going to get off of this. So he said, did he? Somebody said, he said, did he pay him $1 million to do it? Back then when that happened, a lot of people were saying, that, that's what they was alleging, Anthony said they knew this bullshit back then. They are tired of hearing about it, so they just did something to get the case closed. Okay. So, okay, Marvin said again, when Pac's murder was first released, it was shown and covered in New York. Who they charged Quentin Darnell Smith of Radcliffe, Kentucky, where Pac's first and original wife lived in custody on Whoopi Goldberg's son, who was now a police officer in Hardin County after the murder of Versace. 495, 595 has for you all day. I don't know what this person is talking about right here, Marvin. I don't know. Chris said it took longer for them to find out who did it. 27 years later, and Tupac was only 25, I believe, when he died. 25 or 26, I can't remember. Okay, another commenter said, this doesn't sound right by any means. I mean, think about this for a moment. You're sitting in the passenger seat of a Cadillac. Your driver pulls up alongside Tupac at night. You start shooting at them from the passenger seat. How do you do that? Are you reaching in front of the driver, or are you outside the window as if you're trying to shoot from over the top of the roof of the Cadillac? Or did you get out of the Cadillac, walk around to Tupac's door, and open fire? There is definitely inconsistencies in this confession. It seems like they would arrest anyone they could just to close the case. It seems like this dude wants some 15 minutes of fame. I want justice for one of the society's most influential artists, hands down. I wasn't into rap back then much. However, one of his songs hit me in the feels, and that song is still played on to this day. Dear Mama. To me, there just seems like there's too many inconsistencies. If I'm wrong, please help me understand the how. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how he would shoot from the front like that. He's on the passenger side either, and Tupac was on the passenger side. I mean, it could be possible, if the driver who's driving moved back and then the person on the passenger side in the front starts shooting, but I don't know. And they probably already had the gun out then. It's just pretty, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. So let's see. Angel said, I think P. Diddy has something to do with this and Biggie's murder. Sacrifices to them, who. Okay. Somebody said he's not the last surviving person. P. Diddy is still alive. Like I said, back then, everybody was basically saying that, that's who basically orchestrated this and everything. I don't know how true this is. This is allegedly, but that's what everybody was saying. And then when Biggie got killed, then they were saying it was some of, what's name's people doing a retaliation back, for Tupac getting killed. So I don't know how true all of this is. All of this is allegedly. I don't know how true any of that is, but that's what they think, you know. Let's see what else they're saying. And this other commenter said, damn, but I'm hearing Orlando did it. Michael said he did, but they can't charge him since he is dead. So they are charging his uncle because his uncle was part of the murder, even though he didn't pull the trigger. He was in the car helping look for Tupac. And when they spotted him, he gave the gun to Orlando so he could shoot him. That makes it a group effort resulting in a murder. So everyone in the car is just as guilty. Okay, true. If he said that in his own thing that he handed his nephew the GUN. You know, he should have never said nothing. Anyway, Crystal said Keefe D is an idiot. So there's that. He went all over podcasts, including Blast, spewing details from his mouth without any kind of immunity, just so he could get his attention. He a moron. And that's on everything. Because why would you be telling anything? I wouldn't be saying anything about this. I would have kept my mouth closed, talk about something else. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about so many things other than that night. I just would have kept my mouth closed. Somebody else said he still has bullets laying around from 1996. That's kind of odd. Roderick said, I'm glad they got him, but how stupid can you be to have evidence from 27 years ago? Evidence because he, I don't know, wanted to keep it because it, that's weird. Like I said, I wouldn't even be, even if I was still in the United States of America, again, I wouldn't have none of that stuff. Okay. And I certainly would have never started writing about it or showing anything about it or going on podcasts talking about it or anything. I would have laid low, got married, did what I needed to do and just, ask God for forgiveness and just went on with my life. I'm just be perfectly honest. There's no way I would have said anything. Hold on for 1 second, y'all. Wait. Okay, Destiny says she want to hear this case from start to finish, innocent until proven guilty. And another commenter said, lies. Don't trust what you see on social media. Don't believe this shit. Only Pac knows who really killed him. Rest in peace, Tupac. Pac don't know anything now because Pac is not alive. What you talking about? Pac don't know anything because he's not alive. Okay. Another commenter said, should have been solved a long damn time ago. Nothing but love for Tupac. Glad someone is being charged for something at least. If he knew about it, he should have spoke up then instead of being quiet. They don't speak up. They always talking about stitches for snitches and that bull crap. 27 years ago. That's crazy. Tanya said he told y'all he did it 1,000,000 times and y'all didn't believe him. A lot of people are saying that he told on himself. And I think he really did. Why are you talking about this? Randy said, now get Diddy. Okay. So again, a lot of times when people run their mouths and stuff, you tell on yourself, why are you saying anything? If you were in the front seat and you handed your nephew the GUN, why are you telling people about this? Why are you bragging on podcasts or anything? He's just like a lot of other people get all up on YouTube, bragging, telling people their business when they know they are criminals or they used to be a criminal or they know they are doing criminal activities. I wouldn't be saying the daggone thing. I wouldn't have said anything. Basically, he almost got away with it, right? So I would have been basically gone, living my life carefree and just keeping it quiet. No more Keefe. D, I would just use my regular name and just would have been like in the background. I would have been just like Robert Blake. Okay, Robert Blake. That's how I would have been. You guys wouldn't have heard nothing from me, period. I don't know why these people be running their damn mouths. I just don't know. This is crazy. This is so crazy. So what do you guys think? Like I said, in the comment section, when you watch this, when it goes off and it comes back for the replay, or if you're watching this in the replay, Let me know if you think that this dude actually was the one who shot the gun that killed Tupac. Or do you think he actually did just hand the gun like he said he did to his nephew, and his nephew is the one that pulled the trigger and all that stuff? Do you think that the police is just charging him just to go ahead and close this case? Or do you think the police are charging him because he did it? Or do you think the police are charging him because he basically was an accomplice if he handed the gun that, and his nephew killed? So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? But anyway, I guess they'll be talking about it all next week. And when I get any more information on it, I'm gonna keep you guys updated regarding that. Like my regular lives and stuff, because I know this is gonna be like a long, long type thing going on here. Okay, so I will let you guys keep you guys updated about it. I don't know what else to say about it though, because like I said before, I remember when it happened. It was devastating. Couldn't believe it. And but hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry. But considering everything that was going on, the beef and everything else at West Coast with East Coast and all this other stuff, and then him and Biggie was going back and forth, doing rap songs about each other, talking about Tupac, everything Tupac was saying, everything Biggie was saying. I knew something was going to happen, just like I knew that they were going to get Biggie. I knew this another year later, you know. But again, this dude Keith was stupid forever, saying anything about this, forever talking about the memoir or doing one, keeping any evidence, just running his damn mouth. He should have shut up. I don't know why people insist on telling on themselves. If you got away with something, keep your mouth closed. You know what I'm saying? And if you know somebody's investigating you or watching you, or you was in trouble before, he was in prison before, right? And that's when he started talking then, right? To get a lesser plea or something. So again, it's just certain things I wouldn't have said. Maybe, I just wouldn't say certain things. I just really wouldn't. Sometimes it's just best. I don't know how many years he was supposed to be serving. And I don't know what all he told back then, but I'm just saying the rest of the information he told, or maybe he should have said every little thing. I don't think he should have just kept on going on and on. Okay, he might could have left out the part where he handed the gun to his daggone nephew. Why even bring that up? You could have just said your nephew had the gun. Why even say you handed it to him? Just say you was in the car. But I wouldn't have said anything. I would have kept my mouth closed. I don't know why people think they can go back and charge you for stuff after all these years. That's another thing. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So we're gonna see everything that transpired now from now on. Let me see what they were talking about right here. Hold on for a second, y'all. Let's see. Hold on. So they said the first arrest in this 1996 slaying of Tupac had its roots in the investigation of killing of Biggie Smalls. So they're also investigating that. Okay, the shooting deaths of the two hip hop rivals and almost legends or whatever the case is. Tupac in Las Vegas, and of course Biggie out here in LA 6 months later. This has always been culturally inseparable. And one man, Duane Keefe D. Davis, found himself involved in both investigations. So, honestly, no telling what else. How you doing? Well, thank you for tuning into my channel. All right. What was I getting ready to say? Okay. Oh, God, I forgot what I was going to say, y'all. Hold on. So the thing is that since he was talking about both. They're investigating him for both because he knew information, I guess, for both. No telling. He could. Who's to say he wasn't really involved in that one too? This is crazy. So he's been talking a lot. Anyway, they said on Friday, Davis was arrested and charged with murder, with prosecutors saying he ordered and masterminded the Tupac killing. So they are saying, based on their evidence, y'all, that he ordered and masterminded Tupac's killing. Now, I don't know if we believe that, but I guess they are basing this on all of the stuff they found in his place, in the place that's connected to him. Okay? I forgot exactly what they found, but they took the computer, right? They got some magazines, right? They got some more stuff, some more things, right? And I can't remember what else they found. But in that computer, in a memoir, and all that other stuff, it was probably information in there. So that's why they arrested him and charged him with murder, because everything that they must have found must have implicated him in that. They said that he ordered and masterminded Tupac's killing. All right. Um, so the retired Los Angeles police detective Greg Kading, who was assigned to investigate the slayings of Small, whose legal name was Christopher Wallace, in 2009 interviewed Davis as a person of interest in the case. Davis had been at the party at the Peterson's Automotive Museum that Wallace had just left when he was shot. Okay, so that Peterson Automotive Museum, I know where that's at. I've always passed by that. Okay, when I be down in LA in this certain area, don't we pass by the Automotive Museum? Yeah, that's the same one. Okay. Anyway, so that's what Biggie Smalls was at a party there. Okay, so anyway, Caden had helped build a federal drug case against Davis to get leverage to compel him to talk to Los Angeles police, who to date have made no arrest in the Wallace case. So they basically played him out. Okay? They built that federal drug case against Keefe to get him to talk to the LA police and to get him to talk about that killing. At the time, Biggie Smalls, okay? But anyway, he confessed to his involvement then in the Tupac case. He gives all the details of how he and his co-conspirators killed Tupac. And that's what Caden recalled in the interview Friday with the AP, Associated Press. Okay, so Davis, who had immunity for what he said in his police interview, but not what he said outside. He's so fucking stupid. He had immunity for the stuff he said there. So he should have never started talking again. That's dumb. So this dude, with his dumb ass, went on to start talking about the same details in those documentaries. And then on podcasts, and then in his Tell All 2019 memoir that would give new life to the Las Vegas police probe. I told you, people don't be thinking, man. Okay, they don't be thinking. And that is what led to his grand jury indictment. That's stupid. If you got immunity when you was talking to the detectives to get whatever you need to get. Okay, why would you think you are untouchable to the point where you can talk about this shit on the outside, and then you still believe that you have immunity? That's stupid. He basically messed his own self up, talking about this stuff over and over and over again. Caden said he has essentially talked himself right into jail. I bet you they were laughing the entire time at this dumbass dude. All this time. See, I don't know why y'all don't think that police, FBI, detectives don't go to your YouTube pages when you know that you used to be a criminal, especially if you're in some type of high profile crime or something like that. Or if they believe that you are still engaged in criminal activities, they will still watch you. You know, they'll watch you for, look how long they watched this dude. He did this thing back in 2019, this memoir, right? He talked to the police back when, I guess, way back when Wallace got killed, Biggie Smalls. So they was waiting and waiting and waiting. Okay, they gave him immunity back then when he was talking, but they was waiting and waiting, especially Katie, was waiting and waiting. When he started doing all these fucking podcasts, all these other interviews, bragging and shit, acting like he the man, I guess, and everything, because I didn't watch that mess. And then the memoir and everything else that he did, Katie probably was all on it. He was all on it. So then they reopened the case and stuff. And that's when they started going in on him again back in 2019. This is 2023. 4 years later. Anyway, Davis had long been known for investigators as one of 4 suspects identified early in the investigation. Okay, he isn't the accused gunman, but was described as the group's ringleader by police at a news conference in court. In Nevada, a defendant can be charged with a crime, including murder, if you help someone commit the crime. So y'all heard it here, right? Let me say that again. Let me check to see if she's ready yet. Okay. Again, it says he isn't. Let me read the entire thing. Davis had long been known to investigators as one of 4 suspects identified early in the investigation. He isn't the accused gunman, but was described as the group's ringleader by authorities at a news conference in court. In Nevada, which he should have never been there, a defendant can be charged with a crime, including murder, if you help someone commit the crime. What an idiot. Davis, now 60, said in his memoir, Compton Street Legend, that he provided the gun used in the drive-by shooting, which is stupid as hell. Why would you even say that? You should have just said you was just in the car and he had the gun back there. Why would you say that, big man? Now your old ass is in jail, prison. He's going to be in prison. This is crazy. Why would you even say this? Anyway, Davis, like y'all already know, was arrested Friday while on a walk near his home on the outskirts of Las Vegas. So he was on a little walk. Just imagine you on a walk, tending to your life, feeling good, thinking the world is just there for you to be out in. And all of a sudden, FBI or whomever, detectives or whatever, police, comes right out there and arrest you. Anyway, he was arrested on Friday while he was on a walk near his home on the outskirts of Las Vegas, hours before prosecutors announced in court that a Nevada grand jury had indicted the self-described gangster on one count of murder with a deadly weapon. He is due in court next week. The grand jury also voted to add a sentencing enhancement to the murder charge for gang activity that could add up to 20 additional years if he is convicted. Damn, he is already 60. Hundreds of pages of transcripts released Friday provide a view into the first month of grand jury proceedings, which began in late July with testimonies from former associates of Davis, friends of TUPAC, in a slate of retired police officers involved in the case early on. Their testimony painted a picture for the jurors of a deep escalating rift between TUPAC music label Death Row Records and Bad Boy Records, which has ties to Davis and Representative Wallace. It started the whole West Coast, East Coast rivalry that primarily defined the hip-hop scene during the mid-1990s, one of Davis' former associates testified. Okay, Davis denied an interview request from Friday from jail, and court records don't list an attorney who can comment on his behalf. Phone and text messages to Davis and his wife on Friday and in the months raided their home in the nearby city of Henderson on July 17 were not returned. In a statement Friday, Said Shakur, the rapper's sister, described the arrest as a victory, but in a measured tone. This is no doubt a pivotal moment. The silence of the past 27 years surrounding this case has spoken loudly in our community, she said. It is important to me that the world, the country, the justice system, and our people acknowledge the gravity of the passing of this man, my brother, my mother's son, my father's son. She gave no praise to the police who have worked the case. I know there's been many people who did not believe that the murder of Tupac was important to this police department, Sheriff Kevin McHill said at a news conference Friday. I'm here to tell you that was simply not the case. It was not the case back then, and it is not the case today. He added, every single victim, every life that is lost is important and remains a priority to this police department. On the night of September the 7th, 1996, Tupac Shakur and Death Row Records founder Marion Surge Knight, no, what's his name? Suge Knight, were in Las Vegas to watch a Mike Tyson heavyweight title match. Outside the fight, just after it ended, the men were involved in a brawl with Davis and his nephew, Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, with whom Tupac had feuded with previously. Later that night, Tupac was sitting in a BMW that Knight was driving when a Cadillac pulled up next to them and gunfire erupted. Tupac was shot multiple times and died a week later at the age of 25. David, in his memoir, said he was in the front passenger seat of the Cadillac and had slipped the gun into the back seat from where he said the shots were fired. He implicated Anderson, saying he was one of the two people in the back seat. Anderson died 2 years later. He denied any involvement in Tupac's death. Now, I already told you all the other stuff about his Grammys and all of that. I'm not going to repeat that. Like I said, it's a damn shame, man. This man told on himself literally, okay? Anyway, one commenter said people, including the police, knew Anderson and Keith D were involved in it back then. It's sad it took them this long to arrest him. I wonder why did they take that long though? Because I remember them mentioning these two people's names a long time ago. I really wonder why it took them so long to make this arrest when they possibly already knew. Okay, somebody else said not true. Keith D wrote a memoir detailing everything because the cop had nothing to nail anyone with. But that doesn't mean they didn't still have an idea. Didn't the other cops say that they had an idea this man did it? Plus, everyone has been screaming this for 2 decades and no one listened, or they were too scared to arrest anyone for fear of their family. That's probably what it was. Fear, too scared to arrest anyone. But still, you talking about 20-some years later, most of all those people are dead that was in that car. Tommy says, so pretty much the police are saying that they known for a while that he was behind Pac's death, but covered up his prior confessions so they could give him immunity for information in another case. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what they did. That's what I'm thinking myself. And then when this idiot started talking about it and started doing those little memoirs and everything else and all on podcasts, they didn't have no choice but to reopen this case and start investigating and then let justice, be served on this dude because he basically told on himself, just like Kading said. That's stupid. They couldn't arrest him years ago because they didn't have no real solid proof until this man started talking. Because remember when he was talking before, they gave him immunity so they can, I guess, get more information and do a bigger case. It really wasn't a bigger case, but you know how they are. They probably didn't give a shit about Pac like that. Okay? So that's probably why they did it. Kading, though, sounded like he did it, but some of the other ones probably didn't. And then once this dude started talking, he just sealed the case. And so Kading know he should go ahead and make his move. Because, Kading probably wanted to do something back then, but you know how the police are. They probably was like, no, we got a bigger thing, and Tupac, please, we don't care. I can imagine the things they were saying. They probably didn't think Pac killing was going to have this much effect on everybody either. You know what I'm saying? They probably thought, it'd just be gone, everybody forget about it and things like that, in which nobody did. They just kept on, talking about the case all these years, talking about Pac, doing all types of stuff. And so when this dude got out here and started running his mouth and shit, there you go. He started confessing to stuff. And like they said in Nevada, um, if you're giving somebody the gun and shit, and you're in the car with them, you're just as guilty. So they can go ahead and charge him with murder because his nephew is dead. So there you go. That's why he's charged, because he knew what happened. He gave the dude the gun and everything that killed Tupac. So of course he's going to be charged. And then his butt live in Nevada. The thing happened in Nevada. So what do you think? Now they may find out exactly what happened to Biggie Smalls, because no telling what he's going to tell now. You know what I'm saying? Incarcerated and stuff. Then they try to give him what, an enhancement, 20 more years on gang, been in a gang and things like that, gang involvement or whatever they said. So they're going to attach, if they can, 20 more years into his sentence. So no telling what else he may tell now. So I can't wait to see everything, what's going to happen with this and stuff, and what other information he's going to say. Because y'all, you never know. We may find out a lot of stuff. And people are still saying P. Diddy. Again, somebody said, and Puffy is walking around scot-free. Some people think Keefe is being used as a scapegoat. But if Keefe admitted, why do y'all keep on saying that? If this dude admitted in a memoir, okay, that he gave the gun, how are you talking about he's used as a scapegoat? If he gave the gun to his nephew, that's why they are charging him. I just read the thing that stated that's exactly why they are charging him. They're making him take all of the blame. Okay, point blank, because who else can they pin it on? You know? And he did say out of his mouth that he handed his nephew the gun that killed Tupac. There you go. As Xavier said, the cops are involved in Biggie and Pac's death. Okay, somebody else says, where's your proof of this narrative besides what everyone else has said about cops being responsible? Stop saying what you heard from the streets, okay? Because you don't have no proof. People get on social media, say all these things, but they don't have any proof. If this dude, if anybody has read his memoir and you've seen it in there, then you know that he basically told on himself. That's stupid. Why would you tell on yourself? Okay, if I was in somewhere doing something and I got immunity because I helped the cops crack a case, a big ass case, you think I'm gonna come back out here and start talking to you guys about it like a fucking moron? No, I'm not saying shit. I don't need to be the big woman or the big man or anything else. I'm not saying anything because I'm not trying to go to prison. Certainly not at no 60. He's 60 years old. Child, please. Me and my wife would have left Vegas. We would have went somewhere else and just got out of Dodge, just like Robert Blake did. Beretta actor, who they accused of allegedly killing his wife. I would have not, you would have never heard from me again. I don't know why people start running their mouths on social media and books or anywhere. You know what I'm saying? If you get away with something, why would you be talking about it? And then look up the damn laws too. Why would you be talking about something that you was talking about to the detectives before? Why would you be telling anybody out here about it? That doesn't mean that it's still going to be, you're going to be immune from anything. Shit, that's crazy. And if he was going to talk a damn code, I actually just wouldn't have been said anything. Forget the code. I just wouldn't have been said anything. Goodness. People know they need to start reading laws and stuff and legal stuff and just finding out stuff before they start running their damn mouths. Goodness. And thinking they are untouchable. Or maybe he was reading, law books and just misunderstood everything. That's another thing they need to stop doing. Stop doing that shit, because you're not a lawyer. Shit. That's crazy as hell. And a lot of stuff in that legal law books and stuff like that, some of that stuff is confusing if you don't break it down in a legal definition. I mean, if you don't break it down in a legal dictionary, some of that stuff is confusing. So I don't know why some of these people, just be thinking that they know that law very well, and then go out here and do the most and get themselves wrapped up in shit like this dude has. Okay, but like I said, next week he goes to court. When did they say? Next week or sometime? I forgot when they said. So I'm just looking forward to finding out everything that's going to transpire, and I'll definitely let you guys know. I'll keep you updated. So yeah, they say he could be. They're asking the grand jury also voted to add a sentencing enhancement to the murder charge for gang activity that could add up to 20 additional years if he's convicted. And he is due in court next week, just like I just said. And they are charging him with one count of murder with a deadly weapon. Because in the state of Nevada, if you hand someone a gun to kill someone, you can be charged as the person who did it, even if you didn't really shoot the gun. Okay, so if you live in Nevada and you give somebody a gun to shoot somebody, your ass is going to jail too. And that's on everything. Just like if you tell people to go kill themselves and all this other bullshit, and somebody actually do that, and they have proof that you said it, you can be charged with making that person kill themselves. So watch what y'all say on social media. I'm telling you straight up. You know what I'm saying? Because they have a way. Ass to be your ass in jail over some crazy shit. So again, I can't wait to find out what's going to happen. I'll keep you guys updated and stuff like that. Again, in the comment section, let me know if you think they got this right, or do you think they're using him as a scapegoat? I don't know how they could be using him as that. Now that I read everything about it so far, because he did confess himself, he did tell stuff, So what do you guys think about this? All right, and I'm glad they are, getting down to business with this, with Tupac's killing and things like that. Let me see what people are saying on TikTok real quick before I get ready to get out of here, y'all. Hold on. Wait a minute. What they say? Trump performs body impression on stage wearing MI. Okay. Trump can't do any impressions because he be tripping too. So let's see TikTok, what they got going on here. And then we are getting ready to get it out of here, guys. Hold on. Let me turn this down for some music. Come on. Let me see what they're saying about this real quick. Let's see what some of these TikTokers are saying. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Tupac killer arrested. I want to see what people are saying over here. Because the other day I looked at him, I didn't see anything, but it's on here now. Let's see. Duane Keefe has been arrested. So this is him. Okay, let's see what this guy talking about. Let me make sure he's not playing no music on here. What? I can't even hear this dude. Oh, I'm so damn crazy, y'all. I got my damn earbuds on. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm like, I can't even hear the dude. That's because I still got my damn beats on. I forgot to charge them up while I was here. I'm gonna charge them for a minute, and then I'm gonna let you guys see that. Then I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Hold on. Let me see, where am I at right here? Y'all be in the Twilight Zone sometimes. Hold on. Oh, shit. All the chicks was like, wait. Tupac. He was like a celebrity, like he was in the parade. He wouldn't even been out the window. We would have never seen him. My partner busted you. Copyright thing is in effect. The Copyright Act is claiming. I was in the front seat. Happened to see my friend, Chuck. Chuck looks over, he sees you. Yeah. He looks right at you. Yeah, he looks at me. You said the shots came from the back. Big Dre, Orlando. Who shot Tupac? They keep it from the cold of the streets. It just came from the back seat, bro. All the chicks was like, Tupac. And he was like a celebrity, like he was in the parade. He should have been out that car like that. We would have never seen him. Damn, I wish he wouldn't have. My partner busted you. When we pulled up, I was in the front seat.
Happen to see my friend, Joe.
Should looks over, he sees you.
Yeah.
He looks right at you.
Yeah, he looks at me.
You said the shots came from the back. Big Dre, Orlando. Who shot Tupac?
The keeper for the cold of the streets. It just came from the back seat, bro. All the chicks was like, Tupac. And he was like,
okay, let me see what else they got on here. That's crazy, y'all. Let's see some.
We would have never seen it.
Let's see what some of these comments are saying right here. They said this man has been speaking on this for years. So glad justice has finally been served. So he's been talking about this for the longest time. Wait.
Years, ever since that day, that shit happened. Every other month.
They got all types of videos. I knew it.
Saying, just a rapper killer. You know what I'm saying? I just been targeted. Just been on my ass ever since. Don't nobody trust me.
Why don't they trust you? Because they think you snitched?
Yeah. Oh, well, Flamingo. And this was the spot to change my life. Forever.
He should have been talking about this.
1996. The night of the Mike Tyson fight. Tupac jumped on my nephew. Shit went down.
Yeah, he should have been talking about this stuff.
My nephew was young, 20 years old.
Why is his damn pants that far down?
Yeah. He didn't do nothing. Tupac should have kept his hands to himself.
Me and Keefe in the Southside Crips never had a problem. When it came down to it, somebody at the East Coast pay a few people to be on their side against Pac. When that happened, that created a problem. That created a war.
Keefe D is absolutely a co-conspirator in a murder. He is out there looking for Tupac.
This is crazy, y'all.
He gets a gun. He knowingly hands the gun to the individual that shoots and kills Tupac. Orlando would shoot Tupac just on principle. He's got his reputation to defend.
We tracked down Anderson and he ended up denying it.
From 1995 to date, have you ever ridden in a white Cadillac?
No. Whether or not he was telling the truth or lying.
He looked like he was lying.
To this day, I don't know.
I'm like a victim. I feel, sorry for him.
He looked like he was lying, y'all. I'm sorry.
I see a lot of stories about who killed Tupac. God damn, it's plain and simple. It's in your face. Orlando shot this man because this man jumped him. This is some gangbanging shit. Tupac died from gangbanging. It shouldn't have never been the Bloods against the Crips. This is music. So how it got there...
That's crazy. Let me stop that because I don't want them to do no copyright thing. Hold on. That is crazy, y'all. That is crazy as ever. Wait. Yes. Oh, that's crazy. They got so much stuff on TikTok. So y'all may want to go check that out. But that's crazy. So he, like I said, he basically was just talking too much and telling on himself and just doing too damn much. And once he did that memoir in 2019, that's when Katie and them start re-looking back into that case and opening up an investigation. And this is exactly why he is incarcerated right now. People got to learn how when to be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Can't keep on talking. Let me see what some of these people are saying in this comment. They say in Orlando looks like Pac. Walking around the MGM Grand with a stolen death row chain around his neck was doing nothing, huh? So that's what he was walking around with, one on his neck, huh? He said it was his people in his car that pulled the trigger. He was in the passenger seat. Suge never knew. No, Suge knew and never said a word. Wow. Somebody else said, yes, we do not trust you. Another person said he talked too much. A said the nephew did it. Keefe was there too. Somebody will say all these people in the comments are the same people who think Tupac is still alive. Somebody else said, y'all so stupid if you believe this shit. Laugh my ass off. Do your research. What is this dude talking about? If this dude wrote a memoir and he said in that he literally, hold on, y'all, I got this damn Apple. I do this shit every time. And he's literally saying that hold on, let me let that go off. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Okay, so if we are saying, okay, hold on. I forgot what the hell I was just saying now. Wait a minute, hold on. I'm going to get off here in a second.
Every other month.
Wait. I have to stop this real quick. Hold on, y'all. So they said that people, I forgot what I was just saying before my phone thing went off. So if somebody's saying this is all a lie, are they not remembering that he wrote the memoir and he said stuff in there? He said that he handed his nephew the gun that killed Tupac. So how are they lying? And do they not realize again that in the state of Nevada, that if you hand somebody a weapon to kill someone, you can be tried for that crime as well? And they just told, why are people still asking the same stupid ass question? No, something ain't adding up, because why would they arrest him now? Because they they didn't have no real evidence back then. Okay. And then when they did have some evidence, they wanted to crack a bigger case at the time because clearly they didn't care like that. It was another case that was way bigger. You know how they be thinking. Y'all, are y'all crazy? You know how exactly they be thinking. You know, they wanted to crack a much larger case. So therefore they offered him immunity, you know, because he was going to help them crack the case. You know, he gave them the information to bring down that drug, whatever, you know. And so therefore everything that this dude was telling the detectives and stuff back then, they could not do anything about it because they granted him immunity in return for him to tell. And he told. But what he messed up at is when he started telling everything in things that he released, wrote, or whatever the case is. And plus on those podcasts, and then whatever else he was on. He was talking. He was all in the street talking right there. Yeah, thank you. It said, peace and respect, amazing sister. It's funny it took so long to get this case done, but I'm not surprised the police dragged their feet about this. Just let them destroy themselves mentally, right? And like again, and I think they took so long because let's keep it real. They probably didn't give a F. They probably did not care. I remember in '96 when this happened, I was in my mid-teens around this time and thought Tupac would survive this like he did. Right, I did too. I didn't think he would die. You know, and you know, getting where the police didn't give two smacks about Tupac back then. Do you think that they was really caring like they claim? Maybe Kading probably did, that detective, because he's the one who probably reopened the case back up. He's retired now. But some of them others didn't probably care because Tupac was getting in trouble all the time. He got shot up before, the gang robberies, all this bull stuff. They was making raps about each other and things like that. It was a lot of stuff going on. A lot of y'all don't know nothing about it because y'all wasn't really born, or y'all was like really like babies and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know, a young adult and stuff like that. So I remember all this stuff, you know. I remember all this stuff when they was doing everything. And it was a lot of stuff. And I just don't believe the police was really caring like that. For real. That's why they made that deal with Keefe, right? And that's why they did it. And that's why they did not make no arrest, you know. And plus, they felt like they wanted to get a bigger case, the drug thing that they were doing, right? And so that's why they offered him immunity. So, you know, they had, which means that they can't tell anything that they can't charge him for anything that he say, okay? So whatever he told them, they can keep it in, but they can't charge him for that. But he should have never went back out and started talking about it. because he was granted immunity from what he was telling the damn detectives, not for when he go back out and start doing podcasts, interviews, and a memoir. So he messed up when he did that. Right? They didn't care, but a lot of people don't realize something. They did not care about this case and allow all this foolishness. But they was definitely collecting stories to add in without doing anything right. And like I said, I believe Kaden might have cared, the detective. He was probably keeping all that stuff and waiting because he probably knew that Keith was going to start talking and just mess up himself, which he did. And I believe that detective was the only one that probably really, I don't know if he was, okay, but I'm just saying, it just seemed like he was the only one that truly cared. Because back then, the police probably didn't give a shit about Tupac. They probably thought when this Ian gets killed, people will eventually forget about him. They didn't know that people was going to react like they did, when Tupac got killed. They didn't know that. They had a whole day on, he was all on TV, his funeral and everything. They had him all up on billboards. They started making T-shirts, everything. Then they had made the college courses, in colleges and stuff, just all types of stuff. They didn't know this man was going to have this effect on people or this effect on people. They did not know this. But I do think Detective Kading was probably the only one that really wanted to get this dude, but he couldn't because, everybody else, all the other officers who probably was like in a higher position or whatever the case is, they got to stick together. The code is this. We need to crack this bigger case. So we're going to give him immunity. So we can't get him on Tupac stuff. He was probably just some rapper, the dude anyway, a thug, whatever happened. But we got a bigger case we trying to get. And that's exactly what they did. But then Keith messed up when he started talking. He couldn't just be married, chill out in Vegas or Nevada, wherever the hell he lived, and just chill. He had to go start talking and just doing too much. If it's street code not to talk, he shouldn't have talked. Don't say a daggone word about anything. I don't care what somebody asks you. Just don't say anything. Social media nowadays, people are telling on themselves, which makes these cases a lot easier for the police without doing any real work. And I agree. You got clowns up on social media right today. No, they are ex-felons. No, they are engaging in criminal activities, and they be doing the most on social media right today. Doing the most. I don't know what the heck is wrong with people. Do they not fear going to jail? And even if you don't fear going to prison or jail, you should fear losing your freedom. You should fear being around men or women all day long. You should fear not being able to have regular relationships with the opposite sex. And even if you're into the same sex, you should still fear not being able to pick whoever you want to pick for real and live the life you want to live with that same sex person. Because when you're incarcerated, you lose so many privileges. So why don't people fear all of this? And then they start talking, bragging, threatening people and know good and daggone well that they are ex-criminals or even engaging in criminal activity now. Why are you doing these weird things? This dude was a complete moron for even saying anything about this. I wouldn't have talked about Tupac or Biggie Smalls. I would have told them I do not know anymore. Okay? Exactly. Real street code is you don't talk, but today is about attention, which is why everyone is on social media putting out their business for clout without thinking. And I agree. You don't say crap. Some years ago, one of my friends did something, right? And I was questioning. I bet you I won't be telling you guys anything. Okay? So the thing about it is, I don't give a damn if it's 50 years later. You don't say crap. You don't say anything. And certainly if the police granted you immunity, which means, let's go look that up. What does it mean when the police grants you immunity?
According to Justia, Use and derivative use immunity protects the witness from having the prosecution use their statements or any evidence discovered from their statements against them. Essentially, this produces the same result as if the witness invoked their Fifth Amendment privilege and did not testify at all.
So he's an idiot anyway. Okay, he's an idiot. Because the thing is like this. It's telling you in a definition what it means. Okay, it's not even very hard. You don't need a legal dictionary to decipher this. Okay, if you are being questioning by detectives, police, or whomever, and they grant you immunity because they want you to tell them some things so they can crack a bigger case, your ass don't go out and talk about this nowhere. Okay, nowhere, because they're already telling you they're not going to charge you while you're talking in this room. Okay, but that doesn't mean you go outside of this room and start running your damn mouth and start talking. And I don't care if it's 10 years, 5 years, 20, 30, 40 years later. Just don't say anything. Don't say anything. Just be quiet. I don't know why he didn't just shut the hell up. Goodness. He's sitting up here running his damn mouth, saying the same thing that he told the police. That's common sense. If you are saying the same thing you said in that damn room with the officers, you know good and daggone well this will cause them to start looking into this case again and possibly bringing charges back on you. You shouldn't be saying a word. I don't know who gave him any type of legal information or whatever the case is. All he had to do was look it up on Google. It tells you right there in blue, black, and white. My question is, does technically make us smarter or stupider? As we can see, everyone wants to boost it. I don't know. I mean, it's just crazy. Right. Everybody wants to boost their ego and get attention and then also get money. Okay. And get those likes on social media, you know, because obviously, you know, if you have an account and you are like, if you have a YouTube page or whatever the case is, you're a creator or you have a podcast or whatever, and you're successful, you're going to get paid. So people will do anything to get views and to get paid off of social media. Okay. But the thing about it, if you was granted immunity, why come he did not realize that he should not be talking period about this, even outside of that room? He should have never said anything. What the hell is a memoir? Let me see what that is. Okay, let me see, because I want to make sure I'm right. What is that like bits and pieces of stuff? Let me see. So that is a historical account or biography written from personal knowledge or special sources. Why was he publishing that? For the world to see. And you know what? He could have made one, but he shouldn't have never implicated himself. You don't never say, but think about it, he messed up anyway, because he had already told the police this back then when Biggie Smalls got killed and they was trying to bust the drug thing. Okay, so the police already knew this. Okay, y'all know that, right? So his ass shouldn't have wrote nothing in that memoir. He shouldn't have wrote anything. Why do you need to write notes about stuff? Don't do anything. Just keep it in your brain until the day you die. Okay, you know what he should have did? Well, he didn't know when he was going to die, but I was going to say maybe he could have released it when he got 90 or 95. Stop. He actually should have just shut up, honestly. Okay, because why would you go and make a book, a memoir, whatever the case is, and talk about the same stuff, and then say that you handed your nephew the gun and your nephew shot the gun that the bullets came out that killed Tupac, and then you're in a state where they still would hold you accountable if you gave the person a weapon? Did he not look that up? Notice the police didn't get him when he first starts talking. Right. They definitely figured he would get himself deleted out if revenge. But dude got old with health problems, which made him easy to bring in. Right, but think about it. He could have did other things and still got attention. Okay, he didn't have to he didn't have to say anything about that shooting. He shouldn't say anything about Biggie Smalls or Tupac anymore. He should have talked about anything else. He could have talked about being in, I don't know, I wouldn't even talked about being in no game. I wouldn't even talked about that. Because for one thing, I would think that other gang members would be trying to come after me. Okay. I just wouldn't say anything, honestly. I just would have talked about something different. Okay. He could have made money off of something else. He could have got attention off of something else. Why talk about this case when you know that you gave the gun to your nephew? That's dumb. And then you live in a state, then the thing happened in a state where they would say that you basically did the killing if you hand the person the weapon that the person used to kill the other person. That's dumb to me. You know, honestly, I think my 15-year-old son would have known not to run his mouth. Okay. I think some 8-year-olds would know not to run their mouth. Damn. And then he got health problems too, right? And what kind of health problems do you have? I definitely agree with you, sister, but this is how our people operate in today's society. Anything and everything for attention. You're right. You are so right. And that's exactly why he's incarcerated right now. And they are trying to, they probably will be able to add an additional 20 years for his gang activity. Okay. So he's going to get life anyway. So then he got additional 20 so he can never get out. And he's already 60. That's stupid, man. That is stupid. He has cancer. Let me see what kind of cancer he has. Probably got that long anyway. Let me see. Let's see. Of cancer does what's his name? Keefe D have. Let's see. So he has. Okay, let's see what they're saying about him. Let me see. So let's see. They said they spent 3 decades investigating who was behind Tupac's murder. Let's see. Let's see what they are going to say about this dude. They don't say anything. Okay, so he was the leader of the Southside Crips gang when he planned his revenge against Tupac, police said. Okay, I told you that book that he did, that memoir, that tell-all memoir, is the one that did him in 2019. They started investigating him then. So, okay, so he said he had risen up the ranks at the Southern California notorious gang to become a shot caller and was running a multi-million-dollar drug empire nationwide. Okay, so that's what they must wanted him to talk about when they offered him immunity. He talks too goddamn much, y'all. He talks too much. I mean, damn. Nobody would even know all this, okay? Okay, so Davis and his family moved to Compton, then a middle-class family-oriented neighborhood for Black families, he said. His father and uncle were betting on horses in Mexico when Davis' father won $50,000, which is the equivalent to $1 million today. He wrote all of this in his memoir. He told about his mama. I mean, they got the whole thing here, y'all. He said how everybody started moving away, like white families, and then how that area started to go down and things like that. Let's see. And this right here is telling everything. So again, he talks too damn much. He talks too much. Now, he could have told all of this right here, but what he shouldn't have told is everything else. He even told that his 2 brothers also died, one from cancer. The other one was shot in the streets of Compton. Davis said he first met Suge when he was 9 years old. He said he started getting involved with the Crips in 1971 because it was what all the boys in the neighborhood was doing. He was working in Compton College, but it wasn't rolling fast enough. He had an opportunity to sell drugs, and he liked how quickly he made money. He went to prison for dealing from 85 to 89. He said he did not rehabilitate there, but it made him a hardened gangster. He was facing 46 years and facing federal drug charges, but he agreed to speak to them so they would not give him all of those years. So that's why he talked, and they gave him immunity to bring down that drug thing that I guess he was involved in, or whatever the case is. And so they felt like that was bigger back then than Tupac's killing. Okay. And since they could not tell because they did the immunity thing, so I guess they were trying to figure out another way they could get him. He's so fucking dumb. They could have planted everything and encouraged him to talk. You see what I'm saying? Let's see. They said Tupac and Knight saw Davis' nephew Orlando in the hotel. It says that surveillance footage showed Tupac and Knight beating the nephew up, and the fight was stopped by hotel employees. News of the fight got back to Davis, police said, and he started hatching a plan to get a revenge. Davis got a firearm from a close associate, police said, and gathered Orlando Anderson. So, he's a fucking idiot. I just cannot even read no more of this. This is stupid. He is an idiot, okay? Why would you tell all of this? Now, y'all know good and damn well this man is not being used for no scapegoat. He told on himself. Did y'all not read all of this? This is stupid, man. I can't believe he did all of this. I didn't even know nothing about this, y'all. For real, for real. This dude, wait a minute, hold up. Again, Tupac and Knight saw Davis' nephew, Orlando, in the hotel. Okay, then Tupac and Knight should beat up his nephew, Orlando. The fight was stopped by hotel employees. Y'all got that? News of the fight got back to Davis, Keefe, and Keefe started hatching a plan to get revenge. Keefe got a firearm from a close associate. Then he gathered his nephew. He also gathered up Terrence Brown and DeAndre Smith to go with him in the infamous white Cadillac. Then on July the 17th, Las Vegas police searched his house and blase. Okay, that's where they collected multiple computers, 40 caliber bullets, tubs containing photographs, a cell phone, and a hard drive. On that hard drive, everything probably was there too. They also took a magazine that featured Tupac and a copy of Compton Street Legend. This idiot basically told on his damn self. He's a fucking moron, and that's just on everything. And the thing is that I'm gonna turn this down because I still got this damn app on. I just cannot believe he sat up there and just told all of this in a memoir. Okay, I really can't. Why would you even go tell people all this stuff? Why would you tell people that you gave your nephew a gun to shoot in the car from the back seat? Why would you tell this? And then get on podcasts and tell a story and just everywhere. Did he not know that stuff that he agreed upon back then is not going to be the same now if he get up on podcasts and stuff talking about it? This is crazy. Oh, hold on, y'all. Let me tell her. Okay. But now, you know what? Y'all need to go look this up and read that memoir for yourself. For real, and you can see it. This is crazy. I thought they were making it up when they said that he just was telling everything. You know what I'm saying? But he really did. He really did. That don't even make no sense at all. This dude right here should have sat his ass down and grew old gracefully, asked for forgiveness, and just lived his life and shut the hell up. And that's on everything. Why are you talking? And then certainly you shouldn't be talking about no gang because the Crips are still here. So why even be talking about all that? Goodness. Exactly. That's the whole point. He talked too much, and the police knew this fool would do that, just like the rappers do today. But put everything out there and make it easy to bring them down. That is crazy, Keith. That is crazy. It is the hot topic. Thank you for coming in too. That is crazy as ever. I don't know what the hell be wrong with these people talking all the time. But you got idiots that do the same thing, like you just said, on social media right now. Y'all make sure you guys don't use all caps, okay? And thank you. You got people who do the same things right now, just tell everything, just like they get on social media and tell other people what they're planning to do. When they file charges or anything else. Why are you guys telling these people? Anytime that, hey, thank you for coming in. Anytime, now, granted, I got into a little thing, but it was personal, on YouTube. And I told the person what I was going to do because I wasn't really trying to do anything to the person. We were talking, we were just mad at each other, right? And I really wasn't going to do some of these things that I was saying. I was just trying to make him mad. That's totally different. But when you have real, beef with people, and you're letting them know exactly what you're going to do, why do people do this? Or you're saying stuff that the police can get you, especially if you're like a former criminal or you are engaging in some type of criminal activities. Now, why would you be saying any damn thing? I'm like, shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? Shut up. Stop talking. Hell, that's stupid. And this dude, I'm just trying to figure out, why was he talking, man? If I could talk to him, I would seriously ask him, why was you saying anything? Why did you say anything? If you basically got away with it, you should have shut up and just went and just did the Robert Blake and not said another damn word. You don't hear Robert Blake talking. Look him up. He was charged with, they was trying to get him. They were saying that he possibly killed his wife or played a role in it or something like that. I can't remember. But I know one damn thing, you don't see Robert Blake talking about anything. I don't even know where he's at. Is he still a damn live? Let me see. Where is Robert Blake?
According to CBS
Oh, he did
News,
die.
Blake died in Los Angeles. His niece Noreen confirmed to CBS News Thursday. She said he died after a battle with heart disease, adding that he passed away peacefully with family and friends.
And you know what? I didn't even know he died because he stayed so out of the limelight. He must have died, March in 2023? And he was acquitted in his wife's murder. But, people still think that he has something to do with it. But the thing about it is he never said too much of anything. He stayed on the down low. He stayed so much on the down low that I didn't even really know he was dead. So this is what this dude should have done. Okay? He should have did the same thing, not saying a damn thing. I don't know why people mess themselves up by running their mouths. Right, all these tears later. It is a shame. It's a daggone shame. But anyway, guys, like I said before, I'm going to let you guys know any updated information throughout the week. If I see anything and or whatever else I find, I'm going to go and read the rest of this later on tonight, because I can't believe this dude was sitting up there talking like that. I thought they were lying somewhat. I really did. Really, why would you tell on yourself like that? That's stupid. They say Keefe D talked himself into prison. They should make a couple memes because that's stupid. That is very dumb. It's all over everywhere. He talked himself into prison. Goodness. That is crazy. But anyway, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. I have to get out of here right now. Let me go ahead and just tell everybody anything. Thank you real quick. So I want to say thank you to Elisa. She came here earlier. And of course, I wasn't here. But anyway, thank you, Elisa. I hope you're having a good weekend, girl. And I hope you're having some kind of fun too, girl. Warriors for Lord Wells, thank you for coming by, showing support, hon. Keith West, thank you so much for coming by and providing your input and everything else. I agree with everything that you said in this comment section. And thank you so much. I hope you subscribe to the channel as well. Okay. Oh, you say you was breaking it down. Let's see what you said right here. In his old age, the body starts breaking down. Dude couldn't run or hide. The police knew what they were doing. Yeah. And, you just never know. They could have set his ass up even so, because they probably knew he was going to start talking like a lot of people do. You know what I'm saying? To start running their damn mouth. Just talk. They knew he was going to start talking. They've been watching him all this time. Oh, that's sweet. And thank you, too, for this right here as well. Let me see if I can say your name correctly, your profile name. you pronounce that? Emily's TV? Emily's TV. Last time you was on my chat, I said something totally different. But anyway, thank you so much for coming by, showing support. Y'all check him out. He got a great YouTube channel as well. Check him out, y'all. All right. And show him some support as well. All right. And again, my condolences to all of Tupac's family, y'all. We missed this dude right here. I used to listen to him all the time. I mean, I didn't like every rap that he did, but some of them I did. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I really like the one where he did wait a minute, how that song go? California Knows How to Party. I used to like that one. And then Pac. I think Pac did a song with my man Big Daddy Kane. All right, that I'll be playing sometime. I think that's Pac and Kane, and they did a rap together. And so I like that one. And then he just got a lot of little songs, you know, raps that I like, you know. But rest in peace to him, you know. And he is dead, y'all. So stop going around with this conspiracy theories talking about he's alive and all this other bull crap because somebody looked like him and stuff. But yeah, rest in peace to him, and not to him, but rest in peace to rest in peace to him. And my condolences and prayers are extended out to all of his other family members and stuff like that and fans. That's crazy. 27 years ago. And he was only what, 25, 26 years old when he died. So how old would he be now? 40 something or 50 something, somewhere around that age. So that's 26. He was 26, 36, 46. What's up? 51, 2, 3. He would be like 53 now. Mm-hmm. Oh, emails. Okay. Now I know how to say it. Thank you for telling me. Emails. Okay. So emails. Y'all check out emails. And thank you so much for coming by, showing support, hon. All right. All right. All right. He was 52. Okay. 52. He would have been 52. Tupac's best album was Me Against the World. I like 20. I got before he signed with Sir. Yeah, he was good before then. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of little hits and stuff like that. I can't remember all of them, but they play it all the time on the radio and stuff. And I'd be listening to them and stuff like that. But yeah, he used to be tripping me out back in the day and stuff, you know, especially when they had that little beef going on, him and Biggie Smalls. Child, that rap he made about Biggie's wife and stuff, man, that was a damn trip. He said he effed his wife. Man, I listened to the uncut version not too long ago, and I was like, man, they was going in. They really were going in, man. I didn't even know they were going in that hard because I was just listening to like the clean versions and stuff. My gosh. I mean, they were going in. So who y'all think killed Biggie Smalls before I get ready to get out of here? Do you think you know who has something to do with that? Because I don't want to say on here, but you know. Probably did. You know what I'm saying? Stop. These people were doing the most back then, y'all. Y'all think they be having some beefs now. This was a hot ass mess, okay? This was a hot ass mess. Tupac before the beef with Biggie. Yeah, it was. They used to be jamming. What about when he was with Digital Underground? He was jamming back then too, man. Yeah, these rappers, man. These rappers, I just think they still killing each other, man. That's crazy. Still doing that. Still doing that. And it's almost a year, y'all, that Takeoff has been dead too. I think he got killed November the 1st. And stuff. So my condolences to his family too. And fans and stuff. And may he rest in peace. All these slain people and Dolph and all these other people, you know, a sad, sad situation, y'all. Yeah, because I bet you this dude getting ready to tell some more stuff. Of course, you know it. And yeah, because, you know, they want to find out what happened with that too. You know, the retired detective was talking about that as well. That's when he started, I think that's when they brought him in, when Wallace got killed, you know, Biggie Smalls. Yeah, keep your head up. I was just listening to that today. It sure was. He got so many hits, y'all. Let me see Tupac hits before I get ready to get out of here. I wish I could play one, but I can't. Let me see. Tupac hits. I got to get out of here, y'all. Let me do this real quick. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this is the one he did with Hit Him Up, right? He said, that's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. He said, West Side, bad boy killers, take money. You know who the realest is, niggas, we bring it to you. Okay. Y'all know I can actually rap that because I used to rap too when I had my little singing group. Dang, man, he was a Yeah, let me see. This is crazy. Wait a minute, hold up. Tupac songs. Wait. Let me see. Tupac raps. Let's see, hold up. He was born in 1971, huh? Hit 'em up changes. Let's see. Oh, y'all remember what was the other one? The Bonnie and Clyde. That's the one that Beyonce and Jay-Z did a what's the name? But the one with him and Big Daddy Kane is the jam. Tupac and Big Daddy Kane. Let me see. DK. Let's see. Hold on. What is the name of that rap? Tupac, Wherever You Are. I think that's it right there. I can't play it on here. I wish I could. Let me see something real quick. Hold on. Yeah, this that's the jam, honey. Hey, that's the jam. I can't play no more of it. I gotta stop it. That's the jam. I'm gonna listen to that in the car. That's the jam. I didn't even know they did a rap together. I heard it one day a couple of years ago, and I was like, wow, it's the jam, y'all. But anyway, y'all, I got to get out of here. I want to thank everybody in the bushes. Okay. I want to thank everybody in the who watches this in the replay. All right. And I appreciate everybody. Okay. Let me go ahead and read the rest of these comments and I'm getting ready to get out of here. So let's see. Early 90s, Tupac was the best. Everything else was ego boosting and performing. I heard that. You was born in 72. Okay. Long live Tupac. Right on. Holla if you heard me. Tupac had a strong message for the black community. He sure did. Holla if you heard me. No, I'm so stupid. He used to be like, what's the one about California knows how to party? I used to like that, y'all. He was like, let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West. That was the jam. I used to love that. Okay. Because I didn't live in Cali then. I think when he made that, I was in I had just like moved to ATL. Okay. So I think that's when that was out. I wanted to come out here to Cali. So, of course, when I got out here, I was like, hey, but yeah, he made a lot of hits. But that song, I was just playing like a little part of it. That's the damn jam. Y'all need to go listen to that. Tupac featuring Big Daddy Kane, Wherever You Are. That's the jam. Now, let me show all of y'all women this purse that I bought before I get ready to leave. Because I'm going to show it again. But y'all, I went to Kohl's today, right? I went to Kohl's today, y'all. Look. And this is a vegan. Leather bag. Can y'all believe that? It is simply adorable. I'm gonna actually take a picture of it because you can't see it really clear in this video, but it's so super cute. I love it. Yes, I do. Yeah, it's super cute. I can't wait to carry it and stuff, but y'all know I like purses. I collect purses and stuff. I just want to show you this. And the best thing about this purse is that I got it with 30% off. So it was way cheaper, and I'm so happy about that. So get to Kohl's, y'all, because they got a good ass little sale and go buy you some stuff. I also got this little cute ass shirt too, but I'll show you guys that in my haul. Okay. Other than that, guys, don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed this content. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe below and hit the bell notification so you can be notified of any upcoming videos. If anything happened over the weekend, the rest of the weekend, which I doubt because they don't usually do stuff on the weekend, I'll let you guys know. Y'all, I got a bunch of new stuff I want to tell you guys about on Monday, and I am still going to go over the missing case thing with the dude who ran out of gas on the freeway and never been seen since. He's been missing for 20-some years. Okay, so we're going to talk about him, and I'm going to give you some more things. I got this story about this little girl who was RAPED, right? And I guess the guy let her go. 10 years old, either 12, I can't remember her age. And she was running down the street and bleeding. Her clothes was ripped off and everything half off. And nobody helped this little girl. Okay. It didn't happen here. It happened in India. I'm going to tell you guys about that story on Monday. That's a damn shame. Okay. She was RAPED and beaten. I think she's either 10 or 12 years old. Okay. So we're going to talk about that as well. Let's see. Tupac was so much better before that All Eyes on Me album. I agree. Not saying All Eyes on Me was a bad album, but his early albums was much better, a much better message. Great section again, great sister. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. And thank you so much for coming by as well. Come back to my next one too, okay? All right, guys, I'm getting ready to get out of here. Have a beautiful, beautiful night and a beautiful rest of your weekend. Happy and blessed Sunday to you guys. Happy and blessed October to you guys. And happy born day to all of my October babies. And guess what, guys? I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Don't forget, if you want to show support to the channel, you can do that by doing a Cash App to $Shades2. Y'all, I always forget to say this. I always do. I can never remember to say this. So if you want to show support, you can do that, guys. Other than that, I want you guys to have a good night, and I'll see you guys in my next video. I wish I could play this song, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could, though. Because Tupac is the jam. All eyes on me. Okay. See y'all.